Hey guys, what's up? Spunky here, back with another video. I cut the hair, guys. Alright, I live in LA. Summer's right around the corner. It's getting hot. I work outside every day. Can I show you guys my true skin tone? Let me see. Because when people see me out in the streets, I don't want them to think, hey, you look lighter on camera. Let me see. Does it make a difference? You can't even see me. What if I go lighter? What if I go... No, it doesn't really make a difference. I don't like how when I have this bright, you can barely see those. And this kind of stands out. I'm getting a new mic, though. One that, get from the bottom. This one gets dirty quick. And if I'm being real, I eat popcorn every day. And I touch this mic. Sounds like a little bit of oil if I'm being real. Probably shouldn't be eating here, but I eat popcorn 3-4 times a day. Sorry, what the fuck? 3-4 times a week. Mexico's playing. They're in halftime, I believe. We're losing 1-2. So hopefully that turns around. If not, oh well. Never really been a big fan of soccer like that. I like playing it, but I don't really like watching it. I don't even know whoever's on the team. I'm being real. Let's get to it. We had ourselves a really good fight this week on a Wednesday of all days. Tough enough. Let's go. Today's fighter on the fight radar is Miguel Barrientos. He's fighting out of Subhounds in Denver, Colorado. The 29-year-old stands at 5'9" with a record of 5 wins and 1 loss. He's currently on a 3-fight winning streak with a 100% finish rate. Now, I'm excited to see this bout, so let's dive in. Now, Miguel has fought in welterweight and lightweight, but this bout right here is taking place in featherweight. So I had to ask him what led to the move down to featherweight. His response: I dropped to featherweight for bigger opportunities, like the up-and-coming tough enough featherweight title shot against Justin Vasquez. It's about making the most momentum, cutting smartly, naturally around that weight, he says, and chasing bigger stages while staying powerful. Size hasn't been an issue. I've been finishing guys. It's true. He has. Like I said, 100% finish rate in his professional career. I also agree with his statement of bigger opportunities. Tough enough, everybody knows Tough Enough. A lot of good names have come out of Tough Enough and made it to the big leagues. There's a lot of names, but most noticeable one, Ronda Rousey, Khalil Roundtree, and Tracy Cortez. And look at them now. Big stars. Barrientos started training in his early 20s, right after COVID hit. He started training jiu-jitsu first more than anything, stating it wasn't pure MMA from day one. BJJ was the foundation which shows in my early amateur sub. It's true. Out of his 7 wins in his amateur career, 5 of them came by way of submission. And actually, his most recent bout, he won by submission. Rear naked choke, 2nd round. But this actually goes hand in hand with my next question. Who's your favorite fighter? He mentioned 2 fighters, but one of them being Charles the Bronx Oliveira. As we all know, Charles is one of the best submission artists of our time. I believe he has like 23 submission wins. And he's literally fighting in the biggest promotion, a league or whatever in the world, with the best of the best fighting for it. So the other fighter he mentioned is Conor McGregor, who ironically is fighting this weekend. So we all know, I know, you know. And he also said this about both Charles and Conor. They put on exciting fights. I draw inspiration from fighters who are always looking for the finish, just like my style. And like I said, Barrientos has a 100% finish rate in his professional career. I love me some fighters that get it done. They don't look for the judges. Don't get it twisted. You get decisions. They're entertaining. I'll watch. I'll make a video. Why not? As we all know, these events are getting popping where they focus mainly on one martial arts. You have ADCC, you have UFC Jiu-Jitsu, you have wrestling. A lot of fighters are competing in these things, and it's just like, technically you could do this route now. You can go to these events and participate. You have Karate Combat, who in my opinion I was a huge fan of until Fight Society, I believe, made a video of exposing them, that they're not paying fighters and such. So ever since, I'm like, hey, pay them. But as someone who never sat down and watched a whole jiu-jitsu match competition back in the day, now I actually catch myself doing it. I still don't know the rules, but I'll sit there and be like, oh, that was dope, that was nice. I need to learn the terms, but we'll get there when we get there. Baby steps, guys. Relax. But from here on out, I'm going to be asking this question to everybody because it's a genuine question. If you really think about it, you could take this route. You could fight in the UFC, but then you could just, do these matches, do these events. You could even just do those instead of actually competing in MMA. So I'm going to start asking everyone this question, and that question is, if you could compete in one martial arts outside of MMA, which one would it be? And this was his answer. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, hands down. It's in my roots, and I love the chess match on the ground. My early pro and amateur success came from subs, and the foundation makes everything else in MMA click. That said, I train striking hard too. I've got power in boxing and kickboxing elements. Facts. He does. So who knows? We might see Barrientos in UFC Jiu-Jitsu. I don't know how that works, but why not? It's a route people can take now. Now, Barrientos was champion in his amateur days in 2 different promotions, defending his title once in both promotions. So he's used to and he knows what it's like to be a champion. He was a champion in Sparta Promotions and Colorado Combat Club. He's no stranger to these big fights, you know. Bout taking place this week is for a title. It's for the featherweight title. A tough enough featherweight title. So I had to ask, you've won 2 titles in your amateur days. How does one competing for a professional title bout compare? Does it feel different? Is it just another fight to you? His response, amateur titles like the Colorado Combat Club and others were huge for building experience and confidence. Great stepping stones. Pro championship feels like the next level. Bigger stage, 5-round main event potential, more eyes on it. And it validates all the grind. But at the end of the day, it's another fight, same mentality. Go out there, impose my will, and look for the finish. Whether amateur or pro, I'm always hunting for that W with violence. I'm grateful for my journey and excited for what's next. That was a beautiful response. He goes in with the mentality that everyone is a dangerous fighter, you know? And I love that. You never want to put your guard down. Now his opponent, Justin Vasquez, is defending his title bout. It's his first defense. This one's going to be a great bout. This bout's taking place Wednesday. Tough enough. 155, Las Vegas, Nevada. Watch it on UFC Fight Pass. I'm going to watch it. You watch it. Peace. Later, guys.